Naijulikane naijulikane wewe waweza, naijulikane watenda mambo makuu, naijulikane duniani kote. Niko mbele zako miguuni mwako.
Yes, Lord.
Nimenyenyekea nikutafute, mahitaji yangu ninakuletea, mizigo yote na
Oh, na ijulikane wewe ni Mungu, wewe ijulikane. Thank you, Jesus. Welcome tonight, Beacon of Hope. Welcome, welcome. Continue logging in. Our sincere apologies, kuchelewa kidogo. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh, yes, Lord. Ikane wewe ni Mungu. Naijulikane wewe waweza. Naijulikane. We are live. Welcome. I can see you, Reverend Bonnie. You are there. I can see you. Peter Agaro, you're looking forward. Yes. Karibu. Share, 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 share. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yeah. Naijulikane. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Beacon of Hope. There is hope. There is hope. There is hope. Welcome, welcome tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, nakuamini wewe Bwana. Yes. Julikane wewe ni Mungu. Naijulikane wewe. Naijulikane. Right. Good evening and welcome to tonight's program. And my sincere apologies. We wanted to be here live by past, but like some of you have seen, there was a major interaction on all the media, Facebook, WhatsApp, all over. It's not just us, but we thank God that we've managed to come here now tonight. I can see Peter Agaro, you're my brother, Pete. You're saying, looking forward. Amen. You're just about to go to start. And I can see San Bonnie is saying, looking good, watching. Welcome. I can see my sister Dorcas Jao tuned. Can I kindly ask you, when you get here, please do me a favor, share, 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 share. I can see my darling is here, my bishop, my prayer partner, he's here watching. He can't wait to be join us. So Pastor Jane Jiri, welcome. I can see my sister. We love you. We love you. Kindly, people, share, share, share. Share, share tonight. There's a very, very special program that we're going to be here listening to. Very dear to my heart because, you know, very much I like working with children. Ever since I was a little girl, I was a Sunday school teacher, and all the time. I love working with young people. And I'm really excited about what we are just about to watch tonight or to listen to tonight. Just also to tell you that we are also live on YouTube. If you'd like to follow us on YouTube, Beacon of Hope, follow us, like us, and of course, subscribe. So once again, Councillor Elizabeth Kangede, Mrs. Bishop BK, coming all the way from London Borough of Barking and Dagenham with our very special program, Beacon of Hope. And tonight, we have a very, very special program, which is very dear to me and of course, dear to you and those who will be watching after this. Our topic tonight is bringing up a special child, a special needs child with a smile. Is it possible? Is it possible? How can that happen? And so I bring in my guests. Some of you have seen her, and it was by public demand. They said, we want to listen to that young girl, that young mother who is doing so much, looking after a special needs child, and she's all smiles, and then she's gone out of her way to support other special needs moms, and she calls them the super moms. So welcome my guest, Dama Ben. I'm waiting for you. Log in, come in, and there she goes. There she goes. Welcome my guest, Dama Ben. Good evening.
Good evening, good evening.
Can you hear me right?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
It's good to have you. It's good to have you once again on the program. And I have just explained, we were a bit late because there was a hiccup all over the world with Facebook, WhatsApp, and this is the medium we use, but we thank God we are back. And I just said the program of children is so close to me and so dear to my heart. I love working with children, and of course, I'm a mom, I'm a grandma. So this is all that I would, aspire that we all know. We've got so many mothers who are looking after special needs children, and what they do, like you explained to us, they hide them. They don't want to expose them. But we thank God that you've come out. You've given your story with a smile. And you know what? The reason why you're back is because people are asking, can we have that young mother again? Can we have that young daughter again? To explain again and also to tell us what she's doing. So can I ask you, Dama Ben, to just briefly introduce yourself again? Go ahead, over to you.
Thank you so much. I'm excited and I'm honored to be here once again. Thank you for having me. And I want to appreciate the BOH special editions. And I think this is my third time, and I do not take it for granted. I truly appreciate. And thank you to all those who have been tuning in, those who have been following us and following your interviews. I just love this show because of the great information. And thank you for that awesome intro. Yes, as you've heard, for those who are joining us for the first time, I'm Dama Ben. And yes, and I love the Lord. A wife, a mother of 3, 2 girls, and a son. Yes.
Wow. So Dama Ben is a young mom, a mother of 3. She's happily married. And just quickly tell us, why do you call this special needs with a special needs child with a smile? Quickly, there's 1 or 2 new people. Why? What do we have to do with that? What do you have to do with special needs children?
Okay, yes, for those who have not been following, I'll just touch briefly. And if you've missed the first and the second interview, I would urge you kindly, when you get time, go and listen where I've shared my journey to where I've come from and to where I am. But I can say that that's one topic that's so dear to my heart. And reason being, I'm a mom to a special needs child. So it's a very dear topic to my heart. And I'm also very passionate about raising these kids, special needs children, not only just raising them, but raising them with a smile. You know, there's a difference of just raising them and caring for them as a duty, or rather as duty, And it's one thing to raise them, it's one thing to care for them, it's another thing altogether to care for them, to raise them up with a smile. And as I've just mentioned, I'm a mom to a special needs child. I have a son by the name Zani. We love Zani so much. He's my last born, and soon he'll be turning 6 years. And so when I say 6 years, that can really tell you that it has been a journey. And so I became a caregiver by default. You know, those that I was not prepared. You know, there are those caregivers that went to school and they studied for that as a profession, but for me, it was by default. And so I've been walking this journey of caregiving and parenting a special needs child. And so when I talk about it, it's something that I know. It is through experience. It's not through reading books, you know. And I get to interact with these special needs mothers to special needs children. And as Ms. Elizabeth has said, I call them super moms. And you will allow me to continue referring to them as super moms because, as you know, raising and parenting is not an easy job. Now, when you add on top of that, just raising the normal kids, and now you add to special needs, you can realize and you can join with me and agree with me, they deserve that title of being super moms. Na si ati najipigia debe, hapana. Because in a few, I will be letting you, I'll be letting you into our world. Kidogo tu, I'll just be letting you into our world. You get to know what we are talking about. So maybe with your permission, do I go ahead?
Sorry, as you continue, I'm being told by some of the viewers, they cannot, like, your head is cut slightly a bit. Would you like to lower?
Oh.
And it's a bit dark.
Okay.
Your head is cut kidogo.
Okay. If you are you planning to go for a break with the I love your advert of Tap Tap? Maybe I can adjust my camera.
Just adjust your
as you're doing the Tap Tap.
Just adjust your camera.
Let me see.
Niajiwase. Tap Tap Send Money Transfer has launched its app in Kenya. Send money to M-Pesa and Kenyan bank accounts. Send money quickly at the best rate. Hassle-free. Available in the UK, France, Italy, Spain, Netherlands, Belgium and Germany. Tumaki too.
Well, welcome back. Welcome back, Damaben. I hope you've managed. And as Damaben comes back, just a quick reminder that Tap Tap, today I sent money and the rate was over 150. I thank God for the many testimonies that have come through. All those people who are using Tap Tap. If you use my promo code Liz 254 LIZ254 on your first transaction, you get £10. How better can that get? As we wait for our guest to adjust the camera. Just again to quickly recap and tell you that this is a very, very special program, and I'm sure you'd love to invite people. Follow us on YouTube, Beacon of Hope Beacon. Follow us on Facebook, and kindly share. That is exactly what I'm doing as I wait for my guest to come back. Share, please. Invite other people to come and join us. I say this is a very, very dear topic to me, and obviously to each one of us, so that we can see how we can support others. Let's see how we can also support other people who have got special needs children. So if you can share, if you can invite other people, it'd be very kind of you to do that. It'd be very, very kind of you to invite other people as we wait for Damaben. To come back. There we go. Right. You're back.
Yes, I hope that's better.
Yeah. We wanted to see that beautiful face. It's all so clear. Excellent.
Thank you.
Yes. So again, could you just, so that your son, you say your son is 5, turning 6 now?
Yes.
Quickly into that journey. You know, how has it been the 5, 6 years now? How has it been? Challenges, and how have you managed?
Sorry. Okay, sorry for that. So sorry for that. I have my technician here who is also trying to. Anyway,
Kindly
yes, we are good now.
please. Mothers,
Okay.
share. Go on.
Yes. Oh, okay, fine. For me, what I would like to say, my journey, of course, for every mother just having a baby who is special, who has special needs, you know, we are never prepared for this. There are very few cases where people are prepared for it. There are very few cases, because I understand nowadays there is that ultrasound that will tell if they are, but they are very, I should say, they are very rare cases. So most of the mothers, I can tell you, they are never prepared for this. They have no idea, and so it comes as a shocker. So that one I'll not hide. Most of us, and during the first days, you'll find yourself in denial. Of course, like any other person, I also went through that process. I will not say it's an easy process. Actually, or rather, from the beginning, the first thing you'll have is denial, because you're like maybe some question and even questioning God, why this, why now? And especially for somebody like me who have served God since I was a baby from Sunday school, you know, you are like, these things do not happen to born again, to believers, you know. And it's a misconception, because God knows. And as I mentioned last time, one thing that I can say about the whole thing is that God, who is the giver of the gifts, because children are a gift from God, He knew way before I carried him. And so, of course, like any other mother, I went through the denial process and the acceptance process. And the moment I accepted, that was the best process that I went through. Because I can tell you, from the acceptance, now from there, you're able to move on. And then now, when you're fighting, of course, now when you're in denial, the first thing you will do, you do not even seek for support. You don't support that child, as in medical support, not like taking care of the baby. No. My baby was taken care of from the word go. The moment I received him in my hands, he was loved, he was cared for. But what I'm saying is, you'll not be so keen into looking for medical attention, because according to you, your baby is okay. You get. And so it becomes even harder when you are dealing with this as a couple, because you realize when one is in denial, when one is looking for support, for medical support, the other one is thinking the baby is okay. So like any other mother, as I had mentioned, it was not easy at first, but the moment he accepted and I started looking for medical support and attention, the journey started becoming easier. Another thing that I would say for my case that worked so well for me is having a supportive family, from my husband, from my other children, now the siblings to Zani, and even my extended family. They came in handy, from my parents to my siblings. They all surrounded us. And I think that's one thing that I should mention before I forget about it. This is what every caregiver needs. This is something that every mother, every father to a special needs child will need, that support from the larger family. Just feeling they are loved, they are appreciated, they are not walking the journey alone, because this journey can be lonely. After interacting with the other super moms, I've come to realize there are those who have been neglected by their larger family. I mean, they have been pushed aside because this thing is not accepted in their families. You realize that I will say, in our clan, we've never had this. So whether they start blaming the wife or they start blaming the husband, being the cause of this into their family. And so it becomes hard. So this one I will address to everyone listening to me. If you have any family member that have got a special needs child, the best thing that you can do to them is to love them. and to give them an ear, because they need an ear to listen. Yes, yes. And so for
Oh,
me,
that's
it has been easy
beautiful.
for having good company. Yeah.
This is really good. I can see somebody there. Gracie Favored, she's one of the past. She says, a good topic. I am a mother of an 11-year-old with special needs, so I totally
Oh.
understand the journey. And she also commented and said, I feel so sorry for the mothers or any guardians who hide their children because they have special needs. Children are gifts from God, just like you said.
Exactly.
And we should love them. But then I think what these mothers need, like you say, that this exposure, this discussion is very, very important, because as I was growing up back home, most of the mothers never wanted to expose their special needs children. And I think now that even makes it worse for them, for the siblings, for the family, and even for that child. But that child, I believe, will change in time. The more you expose that child, it's a gift from God, and God gave you that gift so that you can nurture that gift. All right, now, because there are different types of special needs. What kind of need does your son have? Just to bring that to light to those who are watching and following us tonight.
Yes, and good that you have mentioned that, because when you mention maybe something that I can post to our viewers, when you mention a special needs child, what comes into your mind? When you mention a special needs child, what comes into your mind? There are so many conditions, and others, if I was to tell you maybe to type down there of any condition that you know that qualifies somebody to be in a category of special needs, maybe you can type in there and we go through them, we see. But there are so many. When you mention about a special needs child, what we are talking about, we are talking of things like cerebral palsy. We are talking of things like autism. We are talking of things like Down syndrome. We are talking of things like, there are so many. If you know of others, maybe you can type them there. And you realize when all these, they fall under, you combine them, and we have those umbrellas of like those that deals with cerebral palsy, autism, but the biggest umbrella, they all fall under special needs. Whether your child has autism, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, they are all special needs, because really, maybe we should go back and try to define who is this special needs, or what is a special needs child, or who is a special needs child, or who is a special needs person. Is somebody who has who has limitations in terms of activities, or in terms of participations. You have limitations. You're not able to do as you're expected to do. There are some activities you are not able to do. You are limited. Yes. And so for my case, my son was diagnosed with cerebral palsy. And let me tell you, just to mention in passing, what I had in my mind about cerebral palsy was not a very good picture, just to be honest. And so when the doctor mentioned that your son has cerebral palsy, I went blank for some time, and I just started crying, because he was diagnosed with cerebral palsy, given the name, the title cerebral palsy, when he was already 2 years, I guess. 2 years. So you can imagine all this time, we thought we had milestone delays until when we got that diagnosis and we were told he had cerebral palsy. And so I forgot for a moment that this is a child that I've been having, and this is how he has been looking. So, but when they said cerebral palsy, what came into my mind was, I had very little knowledge about it. I knew of, those kids who will draw, those kids who are not able to do anything. And yes, they are there. But I think, in fact, very sad to mention, last week I was talking to a supermom, and these were her words. Actually, they made me shed a tear. She told me, "Thank you so much for sending diapers." I'll come to that, how that came into. "Thank you so much for sending diapers. These have come to as a birthday gift to my son, because it has reminded me, as you are celebrating, the words that the doctor told me. That the doctor told her, your baby is as good as a cabbage." Yes. Can you believe that? That's a supermom who was telling that last week. And she told me, the doctor told me, prepare yourself because your baby is as good as a cabbage. So my
Oh, no.
advice to you is just leave him so that he can die. He has no life. He has no future.
Not from a doctor.
And so from a doctor. And so it's very sad. And maybe that's something I can mention. Please, doctors, when you are approaching these supermoms and parents to special needs, don't assume. Yes, you might be knowing the condition and everything, but God has the final say. The future of every child belongs to God, and you cannot dictate. And in fact, I should mention that you remember the story of referring to the word of God because I'm born again. The story of Saul's son. Was he called Meshiboshe? I was having my pronunciation. They are not good, but I'm telling you, Meshiboshe. Yes, he was a son of a king. So don't try. You know, when you mention about special needs, there are these myths that are associated with either this can only happen to those from a poor family. This can only happen as a form of witchcraft. You know, long are the days that we should be thinking that. It is not about witchcraft. It is not about the background of your family, where you come from. I come from a family of God-knowing people who have been serving God, ministers of the word. My dad is a bishop, my mom a reverend. And here I am. Yes, and I have a special needs. So one thing that I should correct, you remember the days of Jesus when the disciples met a man who was blind, and the disciples were asking Jesus, what could have caused his blindness? Is it the sin of the parent, or is it his sin? You know, they were trying to attach something to it. It cannot just happen. But I want to tell you, special needs children, there is nothing attached to it. If you know of it, I don't know, or I know it's a medical condition. If it is beyond that, we also believe in superior power. That is, we believe in prayers, that prayer can change things. But the big percentage is it's medical. So maybe this should continue changing. And that's why I'm really passionate about parenting a special needs child with a smile. Because it has to start with us who are the super moms. We are the one to start by showing people that it can be done with a smile. Why? Because when you mention about a special needs child, to many, I don't know which word, mom, maybe you can tell me the best word to use here. In my language, they call it magigi. I don't know, magigi. Is it something unpleasant?
Something filthy, something. We don't want to use that. Because, like one of the viewers here has commented, this is the ill-informed society. You know, when you said what this particular doctor called this child, it caught everybody with a lot of surprise, that I can see all the exclamations, all the nasty emojis, because it's just like I'm from the teaching background, and I know there are teachers who tell parents that, or tell a child, you are useless, you will never amount to anything, you know, and we really have now, I think we've moved on. So for such a doctor to tell the child, the mother, that the child is as good as a cabbage, to be honest, that doctor should not even be in that profession. That doctor should not be in that profession. I mean, that's the wrong profession for such a child to be. It's a medical condition, like Gracie Favor said. She said she has a special needs child, and she says it's a medical condition like any other. And so just understanding how to handle it, you know, is all we need. And this is why we are bringing some of these programs, so that we can create that awareness, so that even as our children are growing up, when they see a child on a wheelchair, when they see a child dribbling, they don't stare at that child and run away from them. They just understand it's just a condition that that child can even be gifted in so many other ways, you know. And it's a shame that it's a shame. And I'll really say that some doctors could really use such terms when they should be the passionate, the ones who empathize, the ones who really understand, you know, bringing up, like I said, when I was growing up, when I was young, that was Gishagi. I mean, having a special needs child, most of the parents hid them. They thought it's a taboo. They thought they've been bewitched, although we never believed that as Christians. they thought somebody has done something to them. But it's a high time we rise up from that and understand it's just a medical condition, and a child, like you say, is a gift from God. And we should nurture that child and ask God to give you the grace, to be able to bring up that child. Right, moving on now. Your child started going for these therapy sessions. I want us to quickly move now to the next topic where we are on. I can see a beautiful t-shirt you have on. So your child starts going for therapy. Over to you.
And as you have said, maybe to mention, as you've said, that was a mom telling me that myself. See, it's not something that I have also had. Something that a doctor said to me one time. I took my son to the hospital for a clinic, and the doctor looked at my child and he was asking, "What's wrong with your child?" And I remember I told the doctor that he has a cerebral palsy, and the doctor looked at me and said, "No, don't say your child has cerebral palsy." But I told him that's the diagnosis that we were given. The doctor said, looking at your baby, he has no cerebral palsy. Because according to the doctor, these are the words he told me. Children with cerebral palsy look like a cabbage, or rather they look like cabbage. That one I had for myself when the doctor was trying to tell me never to say that my child has cerebral palsy. And he was telling me, have you ever seen a child with cerebral palsy? Because they look like cabbage. So I came to realize, I think it's a term that is being used there in the medical field, and it's a high time they change that. And moving on to something else, as I say, why I'm wearing this t-shirt. I don't know whether I should stand a bit so that they see. But what I want to say is, I will show them. Yes. Before I stand, maybe something I can say when I was mentioning about filthy, because also as caregivers, or rather as parents, there is also something that we need to do differently. Because you realize, as you have said, many were hiding their special needs children. That means they were neglected. They were not being taken care of. So that means every time you would see that child, you will see a child. Let me just be bare. You'll see a child who is drooling, filled with saliva, mucus, and just looking not good, because they have been neglected. These are children who are not even, they don't have smart clothes. When you are shopping for other children, then they are just locked in the house. Let me tell you, I think this is a challenge that I will throw in there. I know things are changing, yes, and I embrace that, and I'm grateful for that. But just in case there is one or two who is still there and not embracing change, I want to challenge my dear parents, or my dear the fellow super moms. If there is one thing that I encourage as a super mom, is to keep your baby smart as you can. I try as much as I can, so that even when I'm walking around with my son, when you look at him, you will see he's a son who's been taken care of. And taking care of him and putting him smart, it's not about spending, It's not about spending. Just keep him smart. If you're able to go and shop for other children that you have, why are you putting him aside?
Take the challenge.
Can also... Exactly. They will also love to have the suit. They will also love to have, those nice shoes. Just feel proud when you are walking with your special needs child. Let's change this the thought and the mindset that special needs children are filthy to look at. We can change that. And so just keep that baby smart. Yes. For me, I'm saying something that I do with a smile. I keep my son smart, and I love it. When I look at him, I tell him, in fact, I call him my handsome. And you're handsome, and you feel good about it. So by the time somebody is looking at him, by the time you're thinking of him as a special needs child, you're first seeing as a well-cared person, a well-cared for person before you see that. Okay, that's a challenge I'm throwing in there to any. And even if you're not a super mom or a super dad, and you know of a friend, when you go visiting and you find somebody who is neglecting the child, that is one challenge. Let us keep those children clean. I know it's a lot of work. Yes, but let's. So now here we are.
Stand up. Here we go. I can see.
Yes. Are you
Go on. It says special needs diapers for a smile. Special needs
awesome?
diapers for a
Special
smile.
needs diapers for a
Diapers.
smile.
Right. Over to you. Can
Yes.
you know what is this special needs diapers for a smile?
Yes. Special needs diaper for a smile is an initiative that is so dear to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it started way back last year in March, because that's when I started the fund drive. And
Mm-hmm.
so the objective of this initiative is just to put smiles on those little children. When I say these little children, I call them little angels. So those are the special
Yeah.
needs children. Yeah,
Mm.
the objective of this initiative is to put smiles on the little angels and to lessen their mom's burden.
Mm-hmm.
It is as simple as that. To put smiles on them and to lessen their mom's burden. Well, when I say to lessen their mom's burden, I will mention what those burdens are, because it's a huge burden.
Wow.
How it started is I had mentioned, and I will mention again for those who are catching up. I used to go to a therapy center in Nairobi. I think I can mention. Yes, I used to go
Yeah.
to Muthaiga Gertrude's Hospital in
Mm-hmm.
Muthaiga for our sessions. And so we happened to move, and where we went, it was now a bit far. We went to Machakos County, and so you realize from Machakos County to Nairobi, it's a journey. And so now what happened is, when we came to Machakos, I had to look for a center or for an institution which was a bit closer.
Mm-hmm.
And so in my search, I ended up finding a community hospital. I call it a community hospital because it's a hospital that is open for all. Why is it
Mm-hmm.
open for all? Because it accommodates everyone in the community, even those who are
Okay.
struggling. Yes, yes. And so,
Mm-hmm.
of course, when I went there, at first it was a challenge, but I looked and I weighed their services. I loved their services. Of course, you cannot compare the environment, but I had to choose between
Mm-hmm.
getting the services and judging the environment. And so we enrolled our son there, and he started going for therapies there. It is while I was there that I met so many super moms
Mm-hmm.
that had special needs children, and they were in their need. When I was going to Muthaiga, that's you can judge things wrongly because you're thinking everybody here is able. And I thought this is the life. And as I had mentioned there earlier, I didn't know. I think I was so naive, or it was out of ignorance. I didn't know of a therapy center there before I got my son, and so this was exposure to me. And so now coming to this other hospital in Machakos, meeting and interacting with those women, it really
Mm-hmm.
changed my view of how I see things. When you see yourself, you are able as a super mom to feed your special needs child. You are able to buy for them diapers.
Mm-hmm.
Just thank God. You are able to pay for them therapy sessions. Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who have to choose whether to buy food or to buy diapers. There
That's
are
true.
people who have to choose whether to take their children for therapy session or to keep them indoors. The
Mm.
reason being, they just don't have.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started slowly touching one by one on one. I started touching them and maybe giving them diapers. I could just give kidogo here and there. And then I realized it was growing, and the
Mm-hmm.
need was huge. And I said, maybe I might be judging wrongly. So I approached our therapist in the new center now in Machakos. And I asked her, since I joined this place, this is what I've been experiencing. Do you think my concerns are right? And what I heard from the therapist it shocked me, it touched me, and I just had to do something because the therapist told me, these are mothers others have been missing sessions just because they can't afford a diaper. Because you realize in this day and age, you feel low when you have to put clothes. They have a name, napkins, bringing your kids in a public place. So instead of shaming yourself or instead of carrying all that shame, they prefer keeping their children at home. Because when they're at home, they can use the nappies, they can use the lessons, And so when the journey becomes tough, they fail to go for their therapy sessions. And so when they skip, these were her words, when they skip the sessions, what happened is that they start regressing. You realize maybe a kid had made some progress during the therapy, but they pull away for like 3 weeks or a month. By the time they are coming back again, they have regressed. So it has been like mark timing. And that really touched my heart. So I tried ignoring that thing, but it was growing bigger and bigger. It became my own burden. And I was asking myself, we don't have special shops whereby you can say this category of people can go to shop there for diapers. So where myself I'm able to afford, maybe if diaper is 500, that means even if you're living in a place, like I have some moms living in Mukuru, Kwaruben, if you know Kenya well, you know some places called Mukuru, Kwaruben in the slums. If I'm buying diapers 500, this mom is also expected to buy the same 500. Tell me. And I realized we keep on saying the government. When will the government come to the ground, huko, to know such things? So I realized it's a high time I start doing something before I even think of mentioning the government. And that's how this initiative was birthed. So I graduated. I thought of bringing my family and involving my family. I spoke with my husband, of course, who by then was helping me to reach out to those one-on-one. So when then I realized I identified 8 moms who were in their need. And so these were moms who are living below $1 a day. And so what happened, I involved my parents. When I say about my larger family, I mean my parents, my siblings, my nuclear family. We came together. I told them this is how I'm feeling. This is the burden that the Lord has placed into my heart. And this is the direction that I want to take. And so I realized my resources were limited. And so I came up with a fund drive. And I called it Special Needs Diaper for a Smile Fund Drive. And so our God is amazing. Because when I started talking to my now friends, my neighbors, God came in through them. And our very first event was a success one. We were able to touch 8 moms. Actually, now we were able to touch 9 moms. And we were able to cover them with diapers that would last them for 3 months. But now, here came a big challenge. We had 2 moms that their kids were on adult diapers. I had never there before shopped for adult diapers. I didn't know they were that expensive. Wow. A pack of an adult diaper goes for 2,000. When you get from a wholesale, you get it for 1,800. Yes, adult diapers. Yes. Wow. And so by this time, I was able to buy the regular diapers, but I was not able to cover for those who are using adult diapers. And so God came in through using my church where I fellowship. They came in through and we were able to cover even those who are on the adult diapers. And so now we were able to cover them for 4 months. Let me mention a bit about the 2 moms. I know for now, the group has continued growing. We started from 8 moms. Now, I know I'm getting there, but as we are speaking, we are now 19. We have 19 children. From 8 children last year to 19 children, special needs children. And the amazing thing is, or the interesting thing is, out of this, the biggest challenge is when you want to cover those who are on adult diapers. So there's something that I want to mention. It is one thing to be on adult diapers, and it's another to be on adult diapers and you are using tube, other called it's also known as peg, feeding through a peg. Yeah, the peg feed. So you realize those kids who are on pegs, what happens is most of their food is in form of liquid because they are not on solid. So that means per day they can even use 8 diapers. Yes. So even if I'm able to cover them, I'm not able to meet them to their point of needs until like 8 diapers. So the maximum that I give per day to them is 4 diapers for the adult diapers. I count for them like 4 per day. And so when we did our first event, it was such a great success. I saw God use my family, I saw God use my friends, and I saw God use my neighbors. We were able. It was a success. So now from there, let me tell you, there's power in communication through the word of mouth, because the word moved out there that there is a mama in Machakos who is supporting super moms, and I started getting referrals. So that time we were 9. So what I could do, I could take the names by faith. And of course, now I was getting this from reliable sources, because through my therapist, and yes, through my therapist, and they could get the correct figures from the ground. And so I told God, oh God, this number is growing. So I could take the names by faith and the details by faith. But all this time I'm doing that by faith. I'm like, when I come back to the house, I start praying, oh God, I need your provision. And one thing I really thank God is because of my family. My children are young, yes. My eldest daughter is 12 years, turning 13, and the other one is 9 years, turning 10. But I can tell you, God has also placed that burden in them, because when I come and I tell them this is the money that we need, we all pray together, and we trust God for provision. So allow me to mention the latest. We had, of course, we had now season 2, which also was a success. It took place in December, and we were only able to cover them for only a month, because, as you know, a lot was happening. So the pictures that you are seeing on your screen, this was our season 3. Yes, that's during our season 3. And one thing that I want to mention about season 3, I was on this platform, on this program on a Friday, and this was to take place on a Saturday the following day. So this is season 3. And just to tell you what was happening behind the scene. Behind the scenes, before we did season 3, I was a bit down when we were starting the year in January. Because what I was asking God, will I go back to the same people that I've been going to, asking them for resources, asking them for support? I was there during season 1. I was there during season 2. And so I didn't have enough energy to think that I'll go back to them for season 3. Yes. And so what happened is I shaped the idea of holding season 3 a bit. And I decided I'm not going to go for season 3. And so I relaxed a bit. And I started getting some calls from the super moms, and they were not telling me directly, but what they were saying is, Mom, can you connect me to your supplier, because my diapers are out. And so I connected the first one, and the second one, but they could call me back and tell me. I remember especially one call that made me act. That lady called me. The daughter is on adult diapers, and I connected her to the supplier. She called the supplier. She had the price, the $18.50, and then she called me and told me, "What? I didn't know those diapers were that expensive. I'm kindly asking you to talk to the supplier so that they can give me pieces, like 1, 2, 3 diapers." And I told her that is not possible. They sell in bulk. They cannot sell into pieces. And I remember I could feel that lady. She almost cried over the phone. And that call made me act. I remember calling one of my brothers and I told him, this time, I didn't feel like doing diapers drive season 3. But I've gotten this one call and I had a sleepless night. I just have to act. I cannot sit at my comfort zone when somebody else is going through this. And so that was a big challenge. You remember like the story of Jonah when he was trying to run away from the assignment. That was me that time. That was me in January. I was trying to run away from this assignment until I got those 3 calls. And the last call gave me a sleepless night. A mom who was suffering, a mom who didn't know what to do next, and the child needed diapers. Let me tell you, the following day I woke up in the morning. I took my pen and I started doing the calculations. And you know, as any other person who deals with projects, you know, when you have to do your calculations and everything. I sat down and I started doing the calculations. I started engaging the suppliers and comparing the prices. That time I didn't have anything. And so I did a flyer and I just posted on my Facebook.
Yep.
And I said, actually, at first I had done a clip I wanted to share. And then all of a sudden, one evening, I felt, no, I'm not going to share this clip because I had in me that I am the one who gave you this burden and I know how to supply. Unless you are tired, God, I'm not going to get tired. And so that clip I had sent to my brother, who helps me in editing. I told him, wait a minute, just keep the clip. We are not going to share that clip. No. I just feel that we just need to go out there and do what we ought to do. So I shared the clip. I shared the flyer. 3 weeks down the line, nothing had happened. But praise be to God. There is a God who hears prayers, and there is a God who answers prayers.
Amen.
The last week to the date, you know what I did? I set the dates by faith. And I said on 6, we are going to have catch up with the Supermom event where we usually distribute the diapers. And by faith, I set aside the dates without anything. So this is to tell you that whenever you have something, plan for it and just now wait for provision. Because I planned now everything and I told God, I've done my part of planning. I'm waiting upon you. And let me tell you, by the end of that last week, it was on 3rd. God provided in a way that I cannot even explain. I started receiving from my neighbors. I started receiving from friends who are seeing it on Facebook. These are people that we have not even talked for a long time. Can I tell you of something? God, when God is about to do something, He will burden people that you know not. He will burden people that you know not, you do not know about. I will give an example of a dear sister who lives in France. That lady is called Irene. Irene has been seeing all this, whatever I'm doing in my social media, and God burdened her. Why am I mentioning this one case? There are so many cases because God has been burdening people. But this one special case, I'm mentioning it because Irene took that burden and shared with her siblings. This one person, we are not even related. We just schooled together in high school. And she had no peace. She could call the siblings, calling the brothers. There is this friend of mine, and she has this initiative. You just have to hold her hand. You just have to support her. And people were sending money. And by 5th of March, I had enough to cover the 18 children. And by Saturday morning after the interview, I had enough to cover the 19 children.
Glory to Jesus. Glory, 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 glory.
And season 3 was such a success to the glory of God.
Now, moving on very, very swiftly.
Yes.
I can see
Yes,
somebody
please.
asking, James, Dr. James is asking, so how do other people come in now Was it a one-off fund drive or it's a monthly one? Is this diaper for special kids initiative a continuous activity? And what is the future for this? I can even see my friends watching all the way from Botswana, and I'm sure they would want to support, they would want to come in. I have seen, I am greatly moved, to be honest. Anybody hearing what you're doing single-handedly, because I know the thing is, I would wish anybody who really wants to be a partaker of this, I would ask that details are shared again, because we have been called upon to be a blessing, to be honest. I mean, and you said, it really touched me to hear that some mothers miss the session for the children just because they don't want to take the child, and then the child is, has no toiletry, has no diaper, they are wetting themselves, and so they miss the very, very, very essential sessions. So this initiative, God has put a burden in so many people. I know some of my friends who said, you know what, just like any other project, I would like to put 20 pounds into this monthly, and I would like to be a partaker of this. I would like to be a partner in this project, because we really have been called in so many ways. You just got into this project just because you have got a special needs child. You can afford the diaper yourself. And friends, those who are tuning in, those who are joining us, this is a very, very noble initiative, very, very noble cause that our daughter here, Damapen, has decided to embark on, which is really demanding, but this calls for the love from God. It is that not just everybody who can be a partaker. And as I'm talking, there is a number there. And if you'd like to support this great initiative, because it is not, you are not giving to any man. And what I like about this is that Dama Ben does all the accounts. She just, every single penny that she got, she accounts for it. And, it's getting bigger and it's getting better, because once God puts a burden in you, she has been trying to stop it. And every time she comes back, she has said after session 3, that's it. Now she has done that, but still these mothers keep coming to her. Some of the mothers, all they want is a diaper to use when they are taking their baby for the sessions. At home, they can use the lessons, they can use all the, all the rags they have, and they wash them. But when they're going out meeting other super moms, it's such an embarrassing situation. And so they opt to miss the sessions. Why am I emphasizing on this? Because I want us to be partakers. Please, there is a number there. Please sponsor, be a donor. I know some people could know where we could even buy this in bulk. I know, like my cousin Jockey Waweslands in America, she said she's trying to find out. She knows a way we can try and support in a bigger way. We are trying in all ways, but while still doing this, while these super moms are waiting, be a blessing. Just be a partaker of this. There is a number there. And if you please want to be part of this, there is a number, and it will appear, it will be, is it Damaris?
Yes,
it will be Damaris. The number there, if you could, we can put that and pin it. If somebody can do that, I'll just have, can you just give me that number again? I would love to. Oh dear, I don't know how to do this now. Right. What's the number? +254
okay, 758
758
697
697
695.
695. +254 758 697 695. Right.
Correct.
I would love to request people, please be a partaker. Please, let's be a blessing. I would love to join this initiative. I would like to, I'm urging people, please, 10 pounds goes a long way. 20 pounds goes a long way. 100 pounds goes a long way. 50 pounds goes a long way. $10 goes a long way. $5 goes a long way. Let us support these super moms. Let us put a smile on these super kids. I'm just putting myself in the situation and I'm imagining, suppose I am the one with this child and my child is missing very, very essential sessions just because they can't afford a diaper. Please, let us be that brother's keeper. Dama Ben has done her bit. She has been doing this now for over 1 year, doing that with her family only. Now she's asking for us to be a blessing. She's asking us to support this initiative. And I believe there is somebody out there who has been touched. I believe there is somebody who would like to be a partaker of this blessing. And like I say, $10 goes a long way, $5 goes a long way, $20, $100. If you are touched and give $1,000, why not? Some of us are, I mean, I don't want to say some of us, we are blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed, and I'm blessed to be a blesser. And I believe together we can do a lot. Together we can get together and support this initiative. People are doing so much, look at all the money that is being wasted in some projects, but this is impacting on young kids, these children who have special needs. And a young mother has come up from nowhere and thought, you know what, I'm going to try and do what I can. But now she's reaching out to us to be that extra hand. She has done her bit. She has given. She wants us to support her because she's leaning now. Be that Joshua. Let us be a blessing. Now, I'm saying this because I believe that number, if you start giving, it can be on M-Pesa, it can be, you can give on Tap, you can give on Wave, and we will also give an account. Please do, and we are moving far. I will support. We are thinking of supporting and making this project grow so that, let us get a legacy where we can all work together and support these super moms. It is such a shame, like we say, that we can sit back and watch our mothers, our children, our brothers, our cousins, our grandchildren suffering just because they need a diaper. Come on, let's be touched. Be touched. Last week, and I must thank God for that, when we featured, 2 weeks ago, when we featured Dama Ben, 2 of my friends told me they reached out to her. I give God all the glory. So if you're here, and you know where we can get this, if you'd like to support £5, like I say, $5, $10, there's a number there. Let us support this initiative. I do not want to see Dama giving up on this project. My desire, my prayer is that we move it to higher heights. I remember
Amen.
My cousin Jokiwa Westlands said we can even do a drive where we support for 1 year. Why not? It is possible. And like I am a firm believer, and I know with God, all things are possible. There is nothing that is too hard with our God. When a child has been given to you, you want that child. I'm really impressed by Gracie Favor. She said her child who is 11 years old, if you see that child, she dresses that child like a king. She loves that child to bits. That special child needs that you have been given. Now, Dama Ben is not asking for this diaper for her own child. She can afford it. But she has reached out to other super moms that she meets at the therapy sessions who sometimes miss because they reach out to her and they tell her, we can't bring our children today because we don't have diapers. Please let us be a blessing. Dama Ben, go on. I mean, I could go on and on and on because this is so dear to me. This is so close to my heart. I want to do the best I can. I want to be a partaker of this blessing. Go on, Dama Ben, and say how you've been doing this. And then we can also look at the clips, see how you've been distributing this and how you manage.
Wow. I don't know. There's something that I've learned from my dad, my biological dad, that whenever something happened that we were looking forward to and all we were praying and trusting God for, when we have an answered prayer, we usually run to the carpet and just kneel there and we start bowing like 7 times. We just saying, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. And you know what? The only thing that is hindering me from doing that right now is because I'm on live. I'm not able to go on my knees. But if I was able to do that, I would do that right now. I will be on my knees and doing that.
Glory,
And you know why?
glory.
Because my M-Pesa has started working as you were speaking, ma'am. I've just received
Glory,
5,000
Jesus.
right now. Praise be to God.
Amen. Come on,
Yes, yes,
people,
yes,
give. Come on, people, start
yes.
giving. Your M-Pesa is already
So
receiving.
to God be
Gonna
the
be a
glory. To
partaker.
God be the
Glory.
glory.
Come on, people, let us do this. We can do it. We can do it. The number is there.
Yes.
Can we ask the technician to put the number back, please? Put that
I've
number
just
back,
received
please.
5,000.
Oh
And
God, glory to God.
I also want to mention and say this, that the Friday that you hosted me, I've heard you mention about 2 ladies, your friends that give, and
Mhm.
these are people that I don't know, but they were listening to this program that Friday,
Yes,
and yes,
yes.
they gave. And let me tell you, it is not only those 2 who gave. There were others who are listening, and I
Mhm.
want to testify of this miracle because I cannot keep calm when God is doing something. Remember, I had
Amen.
mentioned that during season 3, I was almost giving up. I was afraid to go back to the same people to ask for support. But
Mhm.
God came in a mighty way. Now,
Mm.
as you're speaking, I've already started receiving for season 4 to the glory of God. I was
Amen.
worried about
Amen.
season 3, and
Mm.
here we are now receiving for season 4. Who is like
Come
our
on,
God?
people.
Really?
Come on, people.
Who is like
I
our
want to
God?
see. I want to hear that M-Pesa number is receiving. Come on, we already have 5,000 there.
So,
Let's give, let's give
so,
to the
so
glory of Jesus. If you
to
are
God
here,
be the
you are
glory.
touched. If you are here, you are touched. $5, $10, $20, $100, £5, £10. Let us support this initiative. Damaben
Yeah,
is
to
not
God be the glory.
on her own. She's supporting these super moms, these children. If you are also watching us, following us on YouTube, you can also look at that number and give. Let us give. Let us be a blessing. Tonight, I just came and I said, you know what? These super moms, special needs diaper, special needs child diaper with us. How does it go? Special needs
Special needs, diaper for a smile.
special needs diaper for a smile. If you're here,
Yes,
please
yes.
let us give. Let us give. And the Lord you bless you. And the Lord you bless you. Let us put that smile on that little angel. Let us do something as well as lessen these mom's burdens. You can imagine a mama. Some of them, Dama Ben shared with me and told me that some of the mothers, some of these children become big in stature. They're big. So the mothers have
Mm.
to carry them, lifting them, and they cannot use the small diapers, the small sizes. So they have to use the
Mhm.
adult one. And they're damn expensive. Come on, people, let us be a blessing. I want to hear Dama Ben telling me that our M-Pesa is clicking. I want to hear that tick. I want to hear that. And the Lord, you bless you. Come on, be a blessing. You can give on Wave. You can give on Wow. You can give on Tap Tap. You can give on M-Pesa. The number is there. Come on, give. Let us support. Tonight, I want us to be a blessing to Dama Ben. She has really given what she could. She has been doing it single-handedly. But you know what? It touched me when I invited her. There's no point of her just coming, enlightening us and telling us this is what happens, and then we just leave her like that. Please let us support Dama Ben. She has got that burden on her shoulders, and let us make the weight, let us lessen that weight. As you put a smile on those little angels, as well as lessening this mom's burdens. The number is there. It is +254 758 697 695. +254 758 697 695. And if you want to pledge, you can inbox me. You can inbox Dama Ben. I know most of you who are watching, and even those who will watch this podcast after this. If you want to be a blessing, Dama Ben is not closing this. She wants it to be continuous. She is planning on bigger things. I know she has shared with me, and I'm going to support her. I want to be a partaker. I want to be part of this because, this is the only thing that we can do. Just being a blessing just being a blessing. Let us reach out. I am waiting for Damaben to tell me whether the M-Pesa number is filling, because I believe there's somebody there who's still thinking, do I want to do this? Yes. If you're really feeling that, if there's something that is pushing you, let us be a blessing. Let us support this. It's not too late. Let us support this cause. Putting that smile on the little angels by buying a diaper. How much did you say a pack costs, the adult diapers?
It is 2,000, but as we are getting with a wholesale price, which is 1,800.
1,800.
To be precise, 1,875 to be precise.
How many pieces?
In a pack, we got 30 pieces in a pack.
Why not? Do you know what, my dear brothers and sisters? 18,000. Let's give it 2,000. That's about 20 pounds. Please let us be a blessing. Let us be a blessing. If you are touched and you want to be a blessing, let us give. And I'm not just talking to the people here, even those in Kenya, you are watching. I can see you. Let us be a blessing. 1,000 can do something. 500 shillings can do something. 2,000 shillings, 5,000, 10,000, whatever God lays in your heart to be a blessing tonight, because I do not want us to leave Damaben. She has shared her heart out. She has said what she's doing. We can only just support. We are too far from her. She will do the groundwork. She will do the dirty work, but let us be a blessing to her. The number once again is +254 758 697 695, +254 758 697 695, and let us put this smile on these special needs children. It is such a great initiative. I'll leave it to you, Damaben. Continue sharing. How do you distribute it? How do you decide who gets it? And are you having so many requests? Can you share with us, please?
Yes. As I was saying there earlier, when we were doing drive for or preparation for season 3, I had 15 children, and 2 are on the waiting list. So those were 17. But of course, now you keep on getting these referrals. But I don't like taking so many when I know that I'm not able to. But I keep, like I was saying, I had 2 waiting. Those one I had told them, I will take your informations, but I will just put you on the waiting list. And so when God provided on that Friday, now I was able to cover all of them, even those who are on the waiting list. And so by that Saturday, we were able to cover 19 moms, 19 children.
Wow.
As you can see, maybe from the photos, you'll be able to see. We were able to cover 19. I was amazed. And now that evening, the following day, I started getting calls. When these moms are going home, people can see the way they are carrying these diapers. And, those who have got special needs are interested to know what has been happening. And even then, they are so excited. They want to share the information. And so they call me and say, I have a friend of mine who has a child, who has special needs child, 1, 2, 3. Of course, now, knowing the way things are nowadays, there are so many calls and everything. What I do, I send the therapist to go to the ground. At times, I'm not able to go myself because, as I had mentioned, I'm also a super mom. So I'm a caregiver. So my schedule is a bit not very flexible, but I have a team that I'm working with. So they go to the ground. They go into their houses. They know their homes,
Because
and so I remember.
Hang on, I want to honor this now. Joel Family Pledges 2,000. You will get it soon. Amen.
Yay! Praise God. Yay! Praise God. Praise God. Praise God.
Let's give. Let's support
praise
this.
God.
The next question is what you're answering. I was gonna ask you, how do you decide who gets? And you have explained, you see the therapists on the ground, yeah?
Yes. They go to their houses and they go and assess the situation, and they get to know those who are totally needy. So the word of mouth is getting out there already. Now we have 19, but I have got already 2 in the waiting list. So that is now 21. So after every season, the number gets to grow. So now I have 2 on the waiting list. Yes. And one okay, one more. Yes. Oh, sorry, I've just gotten a message. Okay, yes, yes, I'll check. So,
Money is coming, money is coming, money is coming. Good.
mm,
Mhm.
yes. So what am I sorry for that? So now I also want to present another case this evening or tonight for those who are in Kenya. Um, we had a guest during our that season,
Mhm.
and this is one guy who had come from Makueni County. He was
Uh-huh.
working there as a therapist, and now
Mhm.
he has moved to Machakos. And so now where he has moved to is where I take my son. And so this was his first time to see this event happening. And so we requested him to come and join us. So when he came after the function, he sent me a message.
Mhm.
Guys, it was such a moving message. And so after the message, I decided to follow up with him. So I asked him, "What are you talking about?" He was telling me, "I'm so amazed with what you are doing because I've been serving in Makueni County for a long time. And I'm telling you, women there with special needs are suffering.
Mhm.
One is because they don't have resources."
Mhm.
And I'm saying, I don't know whether I'm able to tell the story as he was telling the story because it
Yeah.
really moved my heart. And he was telling me he has been seeing those babies, or rather those children. And at times they come with those vitambas, the lesos, and he has to dip to his pockets to buy for them diapers.
Oh dear.
You can imagine now the therapist himself getting into his pocket to buy for those moms diapers when they come
Mhm.
for sessions. So what he was telling me, most of the women have stopped coming for therapy
What a
because they
shame.
can't come exactly. And so I
Mm.
asked him, "Can you kindly tell me more about these women?" And so he was telling me they go for vibarua. I don't know how to call them. They go to a certain farm where they are told
The manual
the
partial
manual
job.
job.
Mhm.
Exactly. They go for those manual jobs, and they don't have anyone to leave these kids with because nobody wants to be left with a special needs child.
Huh?
This
Mhm.
is this is those up countries. It's not in town. And so what they do, they carry a basin and their baby. They go together with their babies in those fields, and then they will put the babies in the basin and put them under mango trees.
Oh dear.
Such a difficult situation. Per day, he was telling me they are paid 200. So you get this 200, you have to decide, do you buy diapers? Do you pay? Of course, there he was telling me they don't pay for sessions. But again, the fare to get to the sessions, to the center, do you buy diapers? Do you buy food? They end up buying food and not even thinking about the baby.
Oh
That
dear.
is how difficult the situation is. And he was telling me, "I've seen what you're doing here. Are you able, please, to include those women that I've been working with? Because now I'm not even there. I've gotten another job here in Machakos, and I just had to come for the greener pasture. Otherwise, I felt like I needed to stay there for them, but I also need to go for that greener pasture. I kindly ask you," these were his words, "I kindly ask you if you are able to include these moms in your program." And I explained to him, I told him, "You have seen me do this, but it has been difficult. I've got limited resources. But you know what? As I have always done, just give me the information of these moms, and by faith, I will pray about it."
Mhm.
And so tonight, as I'm even sharing with you, the bigger picture that I'm having is for this special needs diaper for a smile initiative going to mashinani, you know, going to mashinani like Mboni. The specific place that guy is from is Mboni. Mboni
Mhm.
is not very far from where I am. That means that's a
Mhm.
place I'm able to access.
Mhm.
If I'm able, if I can get enough resources, I can include these 7 moms into
Yeah.
this initiative.
We will manage by the grace of God. We will manage. I am sure the viewers here tonight, if we all decide we are giving, even if it's $5, £5, £10, $20, just to support this initiative, I am really touched. As a mom, I am touched to hear the pride of some of them. We just see women and we don't know what they are going through. And to hear the stories you are sharing tonight, I'm just, it moves one to tears that, so the money they get, they wonder, do I buy food? Do I buy the diaper? So they opt to just ignore the children. And with these children, if they soil themselves, the next thing they get sores on their bums, and it's moving. It's really moving. God have mercy on us. People, please let us support Damaben for this as we look for bigger project, because we are looking at it in a bigger way. This is something big. But for now, we start from where we are. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step, because I've seen someone who is asking me whether we have approached bigger on organizations. We are heading there. At the moment, we are learning from Damaben, and we can only support what we have at the moment. But you know what? By the grace of God, when we come back here, maybe next time we will have made bigger strides, because like I say, we got to start from where we are. And that is why I'm pleading with you, my dears. If you are here, my dear viewers, don't say I do not have. You've got more than enough. Just pledge or give £5, $5, £10, $10, 10 shillings, £5, 20 shillings, 100 shillings, £100, $100. Let us support this initiative. And Damaben has given her number there, because it's dire. It's dire. The need is dire there. I mean, these moms. And what better thing than just being there for these children, being there for these mothers? That is the true religion, I believe. That is the true religion. You found me naked and you clothed me. You found me hungry, because these mothers now are hungry. It does not have to be the real food that we eat through our mouth. You found me hungry, you fed me. You found me naked and you clothed me. That is the true religion. And sometimes we ask ourselves, how does God speak to us? God is speaking to us right now, because he wants us to be a blessing. We are preaching now. Damaben, through this project, is preaching to us. And as I speak, I would like that number to come back. And if you want to be a blessing, kindly, there is no little money. There's no little money. You can support with the little that you have. Whatever you think is little, that you go a long way. Once again, the M-Pesa number to support Damaben in her special needs diaper for a smile, the number is +254. It's already there. +254 758 697 695. +254 758 697 695. Let us be this support. Let us do something. I believe somebody has been touched, and even after this, because after the end of the broadcast, that is not the end. If you hear this after this broadcast and you want to support, you can actually even call Damaben on that number if you want to talk to her. If you are near to me, you can talk to me, and I'll relay that message on your behalf. So Damaben, as we come to a close, would you like us to watch those? Would you like us to watch those pictures, and then I'll call you back? We had those pictures.
Yes, please.
Damaben.
Yes, and the 5,000 is from Bishop.
Amen.
Yes, yes.
I didn't even know. Thank you, darling. He's watching from behind. He's doing the technical work. Thank you, darling, for being a blessing. That's the two of us. Obviously, if he gives, I've already given.
Yes,
Amen.
yes.
5,000 from Mr. and Mrs. Bishop BK. 2,000 from Reverend Joel and family. Can we have those pictures again of what Damaben was doing? Let's have those pictures. Thank you so much. Once again, we've been having our guests, Damaben. I'll give her a chance to give her a parting shot, and then I'll come in. Damaben, what is your parting shot and what is your plea again?
My parting will be, we do not give out of the abundance, but we give out of love. So if you're
Amen.
planning in purpose to give, don't wait until when you have got so much, but just give out of love. My prayer is that God will burden you who is listening to us so that you may act, because unless God burdens somebody, then it might be hard. So may the Lord burden each and every viewer who is listening to us tonight, and just to be able to support this cause. And my plea tonight will be, just give, support this initiative, help me reach out to those parents. I have not mentioned of the many messages I'm getting in my inbox, in my Facebook inbox, that I'm getting even from other counties. But I'm telling them for now I'm dealing with Machakos County and then the nearer environs. And because again I cannot be able to be everywhere. But with your support, I'll be able even to include these 7 moms from Booni. And then we'll have taken special needs Diaper for a Smile to Mashinani, to the grassroots. And you'll have supported, you'll helped a mom. And I believe by doing so, you'll be supporting the future of that child, because they will be able to go for their sessions. And when they go for their sessions, I have seen and I'm a witness that therapy works. So if they are not able, we are not able to support them with so many things, they have got so many needs, not only diaper, but I've decided to concentrate with diaper because it's the major one. But they have got so many needs. There are those who need AFOs. If you know what are AFOs, those are shoes that support the legs, you know. There are those who need standing frames for exercising in their homes. There are those who need wheelchairs. The needs are so many. And I'm not asking us to meet all those for now. All I'm asking is, let us lessen their burden by providing diapers so that they can be consistent in their therapy sessions. And with therapy sessions, then we give them the freedom to be independent.
Wow, Damaben, what a sacrifice. I have no words. This is awesome. If only God can put a burden in each one of us, everybody who is here tonight, and everybody who will watch after this, and reach out to you and support just one child. This is a great initiative, and I'm sure God is touching somebody. It can never be in vain. You are not doing this for your own self. And you did say a very good thing that have moved me. We don't give out of abundance. We don't. Don't say, I will give when I have millions and all that. Whatever little you have, and we say there's nothing that is too little. I love the Kiswahili saying, haba na haba hujaza kibaba. Somebody could be saying that I don't have that much. What can I do? Whatever little. And God sees the intent of the heart. So, Damaben, I'm just praying that God provides, that there will never be a chance when you will reach there and these moms, super moms, are crying to you and you are trying to hide because you cannot reach out. But God in his mercy, God in his abundance will put this burden, and you know what? It's gonna grow into a mega project in the name of Jesus. Yes, we can never move back. We can only move forward. And I believe with this, what you have started, it's gonna grow bigger and bigger and better for the glory of God. Thank you so much, Reverend Bonnie, saying great initiative. Rama Ben Kinelo, God bless you. Ben Giggs, you are watching. Naomi Joel says, this is a beautiful move. More grace as you do this. I can see so many people. James is also saying, Dr. James is saying, yes, Damakinelo, is there a donor or a sponsor, philanthropist watching this program? Who should be your word for them? Yes, I think we've already handled that. And so many other people who have been watching us. I can only say, may the grace of God be sufficient in your lives. May the Lord touch you. May you be a partaker of this blessing as you give.
Amen.
Because this is the only way we can give. You can be blessed. Remember my word, what I say in the word of God. And people just wonder, where did you see me, God? Where did I see you, God? Yes, I was naked, you clothed me. I was hungry, you fed me. This is where we see God. And I can tell you, it is never in vain serving God. Let us support each other. Let us hold hands. Let us support these super moms, have these diapers. With a smile, let them carry these children with all the joy. And the Lord will bless you. So till next time, I know we've gone overboard, but I just got carried away and I'm thinking, you know what? We need to go on and on, but I believe God is putting a burden in somebody's life. And after this, we shall get together and I know we are going places. Now, as we
Maybe I
end
can
now,
mention and say, as we end, I can mention and say, just as you're saying, you can give, there's no little giving. You can give, I've seen people give 500. And again, not to say, you can give as much as you can. I've seen people give 20,000. I've seen individuals give, like on Friday after the interview on Saturday, I had somebody send 15,000. I had another one send 10,000. I had another one send 1,000. That's just to tell you, you can give as much. Yes, like you can give the 20,000, and you can give as little. Yes,
Amen.
yes.
To the glory of God. I am so impressed and I thank God, and I'm just going to say a short prayer then. And before we move on, my people, especially those in UK, the new way of sending money, tap, tap, send, is a great initiative. Today, the pound was 150 to the shilling. Oh, 150 shillings to the pound. What else would we be asking for? Let us send money home. Let us support. And then even as you send to support Dama Ben's initiative, that special needs child diaper for a smile, use tap, 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 tap. It's easy to download. You just download on your phone, and every time you can compare, and you can, you know what? I've been clever now. I've downloaded, and every time I keep checking when the exchange rate is high, I click quickly and I send, and the money gets through in seconds, instantly. The money is there. No hidden charges, no fees forever. Whatever money you send and the exchange rate at that particular time, that's the money you get. So if you're planning to send money to support the initiative over there, use tap, tap, send, tap, tap, send. Just download the apps. It's easy. Just download in seconds and then send the money. Let us support. Tuma kitu nyumbani. Let us support. I would like my technical team to put that tap, 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 send. Put that.
Niajiwase. Tap Tap Send Money Transfer has launched its app in Kenya. Send money to M-Pesa and Kenyan bank accounts. Send money quickly at the best rate. Hassle-free. Available in the UK, France, Italy, Spain, Netherlands, Belgium and Germany. Tumakitu.
Thank you, Dama Ben. We bless God for your life. And my prayer tonight is, may your bands never lack in the mighty name of Jesus. May God send donors from left, right, center, north, south, east, west. May people be touched from all over the world, from all the corners of the world, just because you've come over here and just because we have aired this. It is not in vain. God will touch people and they are going to be a blessing. May the Lord bless you as you continue doing this. May your children be blessed. May your husband be blessed. May your son who is special needs, may God touch that boy just because of this initiative. That God will look at your need and see that you have overlooked your child and gone to be a blessing to others. May the Lord touch your own children, also bless them and heal them. May any diseases of Israel never come near your children in the name of Jesus. command a blessing upon your family. And I can see Binti Africa is joining now. Binti Africa, if you want to be a blessing to this girl here who is doing a great initiative, special needs diaper for a smile, the number is there. Please be a blessing. We've been giving £2, £10, £100, £20. Just be a blessing. She is doing wonders. I am just, I don't know. I just feel like going on and on and on and on, but obviously we got to stop. So everybody watching this, and even those who will watch after this, our program today was fantastic. We are looking at bringing up a special needs child with a smile, and the initiative that Dama Ben has started, where she is giving diapers to super moms. That is moms who have got special needs children and they cannot afford. She's gone in the slums, very needy cases, and she's been doing this single-handedly. So now we've joined hands and we want to be that blessing. We want to be that extra support to her. And as we wind up, also to tell you that Dama Ben is a gospel singer. She just sings for God. I don't know where she gets this time from. She does it. She does the super mom. She's a mother, full-time carer for Zani, the special needs child. But she doesn't give up. She still goes on. And I would ask the technical team to put Dama Ben's song as we wind up, as we come to the end. Technical team, Dama Ben, we love you. We love you so much. We love you.
Wakati nahisi peke yangu, ninapohisi wewe uko mbali nami, ninapohofu kama petrol ninazama, ninakumbuka ahadi zako Jehova. Ule wakati nahisi peke yangu, ninapohisi wewe uko mbali nami, ninapohofu kama petrol ninazama, ninakumbuka ahadi zako Jehova. Mgonjwa kitandani, Jehova yupo na anaona. Ni mpendwa ameaga, Jehova yupo na anaona. Wamekufuta kazi, Jehova yupo na anaona. Biashara kazoroteka, Jehova anaona. Umefungiwa nyumba, Jehova yupo na anaona. Karo ya shule hauna, Jehova yupo na anaona. Mchumba haujapata, Jehova yupo na anaona. Wakuita tasa ondoa.
Thank you ever so much. Have a good night. And I hope God touches you. That song is Dama Ben, the lady we see there. The number is still there. Please, 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 please be a blessing. Have a good night. Till next time, I know we are coming back with a bigger project. God bless you all. God bless you. Thank you. We've come to the end of our program. God bless you. Tomorrow, we have Beacon of Hope with Bishop BK. On Sunday, we have our Kikuyu Service Powerhouse. And on Tuesdays, we have Leadership and Management program at 7 p.m. Till then, we will have to watch the band special song, and then you can.
Jehova Yawe pamoja nami, Jehova Yawe pamoja nami, Jehova Yawe pamoja nami, Jehova, Jehova, ahadi zako nitazishikilia milele milele, pamoja nami kamwe hutaniacha, Jehova, Jehova, ahadi ahadi zako nitazishikilia milele milele, pamoja nami kamwe hutaniacha. Umeahidi utaniongoza katika mito, haitanigarikisha, na kwenye moto mimi sitateketea. Mwaminifu kwa ahadi zako zote, umeahidi atakuongoza katika mito, haitakugarikisha, na kwenye moto we hautateketea. Ni mwaminifu kwa ahadi zake zote. Ahadi zako nitazishikilia milele, pamoja nami kamwe hutaniacha. Jehova, ahadi zako nitazishikilia milele, pamoja nami kamwe hutaniacha. Wakati nahisi peke yangu, ninapohisi wewe uko mbali nami, ninapohofu kama Petro ninazama, ninakumbuka ahadi zako Jehova. Ule wakati nahisi peke yangu, ninapohisi wewe uko mbali nami, ninapohofu kama Petro ninazama, ninakumbuka ahadi zako Jehova. Ahadi zako nitazishikilia milele, pamoja nami kamwe hutaniacha. Jehova, ahadi zako nitazishikilia milele, pamoja nami kamwe hutaniacha. Mgonjwa kitandani, Jehova yupo na anaona. Ni mpendwa ameaga, Jehova yupo na anaona. Wamekufuta kazi, Jehova yupo na anaona. Biashara kazoroteka, Jehova anaona. Umefungiwa nyumba, Jehova yupo na anaona. Karo ya shule hauna, Jehova yupo na anaona. Mchumba haujapata, Jehova yupo na anaona. Wakuitawe tasa, ondoa imevunjika, Jehova anaona. Ahadi zako nitazishikilia, Jehova, pamoja nami nitazishikilia, Jehova, ahadi zako nitazishikilia.